everyone, it's Miss Z. I'm going to go through this with you and hopefully you'll pay lots of close attention because it's on your computer screen. But just a reminder, division is sharing a quantity in equal groups. So if you know how many groups you have, you're trying to find out how many are in each of those groups. And if you know how many are in each group, you're trying to find out how many groups you have. So we're going to show you in 3 different ways. We've done this before, but just as a review. I'm going to call it the sharing method, the easy base 10 method, and the digit by digit. And if you'll remember when we were passing out playing cards, dealing out cards to give everybody an equal number, we just dealt out one card at a time. And really that's what division is. But it would take a long time to deal out one at a time, especially when you're dealing with big numbers. So we start passing things out in chunks of numbers until everything is passed out, and that's really what division is. So let's start with the sharing method, which is kind of like our old base 10 drawings, but instead of making base 10 drawings, I'm going to use the actual numbers so you can see what's happening. And we're going to do 2,467 divided by 18. And I've picked a big number to show you that you can do any of these 3 methods with any number, and not to get nervous about it, it's just following through until you're finished. So if we're doing this method, instead of drawing the base 10 blocks, I'm going to draw the actual amount that's in each place value. So we have 2,000, so that means we have 1,000 and 1,000. Whoops, not on here, sorry. 1,000 and 1,000. And then we have 400s, so 100, 200, 300, 400. We have 6 tens or 60, so I'm going to do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And then we have 7 ones. I'm just going to kind of line these up. 7 ones. And because 18 is our divisor, that means we have to put all of this amount into 18 groups. So just as we've done in class, I'm just going to draw my groups. Okay, so there's 18 groups. And remember, just follow through until you're finished and be kind of neat so you'll see what's in each group. But I can look at this right now and say I only have 2,000, so there's no way I can put 1,000 in each group. I'd have to have 18 thousands to do that. But I do know that I have 10 hundreds in every 1,000. We know that 10 times 100 is 1,000. So I think I'm going to just try to pass out 100 to each group. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and there's 1,000. So that means I've passed out that 1,000. I'm going to do the same thing with this 1,000. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. I'm going to finish off that 1,000 by just putting the 900 and 1,000. So I've finished giving off 1,000, and I've put 100 in each of 18 groups. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hundreds left, which means I can't put another 100 in each group, but I know that inside that 100 is 10 tens. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to start giving away tens, okay? So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I just used 100. Now I've got a bunch of hundreds. Let me go ahead and give out another 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So as I was saying, I've got a bunch of hundreds left. I was able to use 2 hundreds and give everybody 10, so I think I could give everybody 20. I'm going to do that and go a little bit faster, pass out a bigger chunk. So every time I get to 100, I get to cross out one of these 100 because that means I've passed it out. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, and let's see, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so now what I have left is some tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I only have 12 of them, so I can't give away another 10. I wonder how much is that? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. I think I could probably give away at least 5 to every group, so let's try that. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, I'm sorry, let me do 5, 10 again, so you'll know I'm giving away 10s. 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10. Okay, so right now I have 100 and 110, 130, 135 in each group, and I have 10, 20, 30, 37 left over. I know that 18 times 2 is 36. So I'm just going to go ahead and give away 2. I have 37 left, so I'm going to give away 2 to each group. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. That's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 36. And look what's left over, 1. So, in this we have 18 groups, and in each group we have 100, 110, 130, 135, 137, and 1 left over. So that took a little bit of time, but I know I'm accurate because I was neat. I have the same amount in each group, and I counted as I gave away each part. So that is a perfectly legitimate way to divide. It may not be the most efficient, fastest way, but you will get to the right answer if you'll just keep with it until you get to the end. But let's go over here and do something that's really pretty similar, but instead of actually drawing groups, I'm going to do it mathematically. And we're going to use our knowledge of base 10 to do it. So I'm going to start with my problem somewhere, let's see, I think I can put it about right here. I'm going to make my division box. And I'm not going to worry about putting commas in, because really that just sometimes can be confusing and I don't need them. But I'm going to look at that whole number, 2,467, and I'm going to find an easy base 10 number to make a group of. So I'm going to change colors so you can see what I'm doing. And I know I could make 10 groups because I know 10 groups of 18 would be 10 times 18, and that would be one more place value bigger, so that would be 180. I've got way more than 180, so I could do that. And since I have way more, I'm going to try 100, which is another easy base 10 number. I know 100 times 18 would be 2 place values bigger, so that would be 18, 180, 1,800. That's 2 place values bigger. So I'm actually going to give away 100 groups of 18. And that means I used 100 of 18, which would be 1,800. So then, since I used those, I've already passed them out to each group. I'm going to get rid of it because I can't use that anymore, so I'm going to subtract now. So I've got 14 minus 8, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So I only have 667 left, so I just gave away a big chunk, and I'm really on my way. And look, I did that over here too. I gave away 100, first thing. And now all I have left is 667. So if I think about 667, I could give away 10 of those. I could put 10 in each group. That's a nice easy number because I know 10 times 18 is 180. And again, I can subtract. And 7 minus 0. And then I'm just going to regroup this so I can have 16 minus 8 is 8. And 5 minus 1 is 4. So now I have 487 left. And you'll notice I did that a different color so you can see that when I gave 10 groups of 18, I got 180 that I took away. I'm going to do that again. So 10 more groups. That would be taking away another 180. And that would leave me with 307. So I'm getting smaller and smaller, but I know I can still give away another, I can give away another 10. And 10 times 18 is 180. And that's going to leave me with 7 minus 0 is 7. And I know that 30 minus 18 is 12, so I'm not going to have to regroup. I just know that's the difference there. I have 127 left. I can't do another group of 10 because that would be 180, and I don't have 180 pass out, but I know that if 10 times 10 times 18 is 180, half of that would be 5 times 18, and half of 180 would be 90. So I'm going to give away 5 now. And 5 times 18 is 90. Don't know if you can tell, that's a different color. It's a blue, but when I subtract, 7 minus 0 is 7, and 12 minus 9 is 3. I have 37 left. Remember when we got over here and we had 3 10s left and 7 1s? That's where we are right here now. But we did it all mathematically. With 37, I know that 2 times 18 is 36, so I'm going to give away 2 more. 2 times 18 is 36, and that leaves me with my remainder of 1, because I can't make another group if I only have 1 left, but I have 100, 110, 20, 30, 35, 37, 137, remainder 1. Okay? You'll see that you got just about the same result here. Now let's go to the last method that's digit by digit, and this is the one that all your parents love because we learned it this way. And I'm again going to start with a division box, 2,467, and I'm dividing by 18. And digit by digit means I'm only going to pay attention to one place at a time, and I don't really even think about place value anymore. It's where you put your digits. If you put them all in a row in the right place value, you'll be fine. So I'm going to look at 18. If I can put 18 in a group or make 18 groups, can I do it with just 2? And remember, this is really 2,000, but I'm just thinking 2. And I can't put 2 into 18 groups. Can I put 24? Go to the next digit. 24 into 18 groups. I can do that. It's a little more than 18, so I know I can do that one time. Let me change colors. So I'm going to make one group of 18. That's 1 times 18 out of that 24. And notice I'm subtracting from the 24 because that's where I made the groups from. Now in reality that's 1,800 just as it was over here, but I don't have to worry about that right now. I'm going to subtract, and 14 minus 8 is 6. So I have 6 left over. I know that's okay. I can't put 6 in 18 groups, so I should be right by making just one group there. Now I want to look at some more of the value of this number, so I'm going to bring down the next digit, and I have 66. This is real similar to where we were right here. 66. I wonder how many groups I can make of 18 if I have 66. Well, let's see. I know that 2 groups is 36, so that's not close enough. 3 groups would be about another 20, 56. Let's try 3. So I'm going to do a different color. 3 groups. Now I can go over here to the side and say 18 times 3. 3 times 18 is 24. Regroup my 2. 3 times 1 is 3, plus that 2 is 54. So 3 times 18 is 54. If I made 3 groups of 18, I used 54. I'm going to subtract and see how much I have left over now. And 6 minus 4 is 2, and 6 minus 5 is 1. So I have 12 left. I could not have made another group, so the 3 is fine right there. But now I want to bring down the rest of the value of my problem, and that would be the 7. So now I have 127 left. Notice I had 127 here too. I just get here a little faster with the digit by digit. So now I'm I could say I'm guessing. You could go work it out at the side. I happen to know it's going to be 7 because I've already done it this way. But if you didn't know, you could just keep trying over here, multiplying until you got to a close number. And sometimes I would think, oh, that's almost 20, and 20 goes into 10 5 times, plus one more 20 would be 120. So maybe it's going to be close to 5. That gets you close. It's not going to be exact, but you can start with 18 times 5 and be checking. If I did 18 times 5, I'd get 90. Oh, I could do it some more. So I know it's going to be more than 5 groups. I do happen to know it's going to be 7, so I'm going to put 7 there. I can come over here and do 7 times 18, and that would be 126. So that means I've made 7 groups of 18. I used 126, and look what I've got left. Remainder of 1. Okay? So those are the 3 methods that you can use to divide. And remember, it doesn't matter if the number's big or if it's something like 300 divided by 6. You can use the same method. You can actually draw out your groups and pass out in chunks until you've passed everything out. You can do easy base 10 numbers that are easy to multiply and just keep subtracting until you have not enough left to pass out. Or if you're really good with your multiplication facts, you can do digit by digit and keep trying numbers until you're as close as you can possibly get to what you have to pass out. And then keep bringing down 1 digit at a time until you've passed everything out. Good luck. You're going to practice some of these problems when you finish. And thanks for listening. Bye, guys.